you, dude.
Yo, I'm on my way.
Phone for you, Mr. Moss.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
Wow, man, like this movie.
I'm on my way. It's time for a beer, rum, and rock rock shot. This time, Jamie Landry and I are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Motley Crue's third studio album, Theater of Pain. Released on June 21st, 1985, it peaked at number 6 on the US charts and went 4 times platinum, thanks to the singles Smokin' in the Boys' Room and Home Sweet Home. The album was produced by Tom Werman, who produced their previous album, Shout at the Devil. The band consisted of Nikki Sixx, bass, synthesizers, and backing vocals, Vince Neil, lead vocals and harmonica, Mick Mars, guitars and backing vocals, and Tommy Lee, drums, piano, and backing vocals. All right, Jamie Landry, let's talk about a band you and I both love, Motley Crue, specifically the Theater of Pain album. Now, as usual, before we dive into the music, let's talk about what you can remember about when you first heard this album and the impact it had on you. What were your thoughts back then, whenever that was?
When I first heard this album, I was fully immersed into, if it's not Motley Crue, it sucks. They're the reason I play music today. They were my Kiss because I'm a little bit younger, right? I remember seeing like the Looks at Kill video and just going, oh my God, fucking Hot Wheels are gay. I'm into this, right?
Totally, yeah.
So when this album was coming out, I was very excited, to say the least. And I don't even remember if back then I really had access to like much music or any of that shit. So I don't remember if I saw Smokin' in the Boys' Room before I bought the cassette, because it was still cassettes back then, or not. But let's just say that I did. And I wasn't super excited about Smokin' in the Boys' Room. And I'm still not. I think the video is gay. I'll just go ahead and use one of my favorite words.
Yeah.
It took this band that was, you know, Shout at the Devil era was more, hey, we're fully out of control and fucking dangerous and all that kind of cool shit. And it went, look at us. We suck each other's dicks now.
Don't hold back.
I mean, I can say that now because it's whatever, it's funny. But I mean,
right.
I just remember it being a complete 180. But I mean, they've always done that, right? So that's the other thing. And I think that's why it was more acceptable. I mean, Too Fast for Love doesn't sound like Shout at the Devil. Shout at the Devil doesn't sound like Too Fast for Love, you know?
Totally. Hey, man, yeah, I got a couple years on you. And back then, it's a big deal when you get in and all that. I'm 19 in 85, and I'm fully absorbing all the fucking hard rock and metal and glam I can get my hands on, right? And I had those first 2 albums, of course. And like you, I just thought they were so fucking cool, right? They were just awesome. And couldn't wait for a new one. And I also thought they were kind of a cut above all those LA bands. I thought they were one of the better ones.
Little did we know.
Yeah, exactly. Time was not kind. Yeah. And I was all over the video thing. So, man, I loved all their videos. We had a Betamax. I remember recording Looks at Kill off the new music, I think it was, and just watching it over and over and over. I still think it's cool. Bought all the magazines they were in and shit. Then I had Theater of Pain on a cassette for sure. Wore it out, like to where, you know, the label, the printing on it was worn right off, right? And I loved it back then, but a lot of it doesn't age that well when I went back to listen to this album. And you mentioned Kiss. And to your point, I'm a massive Kiss fan. And they were like a substitute because Kiss was tanking then. They had no edge. And then you open the gatefold to Shout at the Devil and, oh, there's my replacement for Kiss right there.
Yeah, right there.
It's fucking perfect. That whole look, the Road Warrior thing, just fantastic, right? And you mentioned this as well, but I'm going to mention it again. Every album, they changed their look. Fuck, they changed their logo, Jamie, which that's unheard of, right?
Everyone.
And like it or not, I think that's cool, right? You're setting trends, not following trends, right? And they definitely did that.
Yeah.
Whether you liked the new look or not.
To back up what you just said, if you were to ask 12-year-old me the day that he bought that cassette,
Right.
I would exactly what you just said. I would have said, "Oh my God, this is the best fucking thing I've ever heard."
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And man, you're right. From Shout to this one, I mean, it's a drastic change.
It is.
I mean, man, they're just glammed right out. But you know what? As shocking as it was, pretty quickly back then anyway, it grew on me. I thought it was kind of cool. You know, it just, it's another cool look from Motley Crue. As much as I like the other look better, it did grow on me quick.
They couldn't have done the same thing over and over again. Like, AC/DC is the only band to be successful for put out the same album for the last, 400 years, right?
Right, and look the same while doing it. I mean, I didn't mind like Nicky's whole Freddie Mercury, Steven Tyler jumpsuit thing. I thought it was cool. So,
Hold on, just because you brought that up.
Yeah.
So I pulled out some stuff because I had to, right?
Yep.
So if you look at this,
Yes.
this is like European only, I think, Shout at the Devil tour book, where they were just about to release the European, but it wasn't out yet, and we got some of this different look stuff, right?
Yes.
This is like the first costume changes, basically, that happened before that album came out.
It was like Shout at the Devil kind of light. It was kind of in between, hey? Yeah.
Yeah, because, see, there's all the classic Crüe pictures in here, but then you get the...
Right.
In this one, because it's right when Theater of Pain was about to come out. Here it is at the back of the book right there, advertised in it. So there you go.
Cool. I kind of like some of those in-between outfits. Yeah, that was cool. That Shout look was so severe, and they couldn't have been comfortable. That stuff could not have been comfortable on stage, really.
And how much did that leather stink, and they still had to put it on?
Exactly, right? Yeah, totally. And I think you would agree that the show at the Saddle Dome, November 9th, 1985, with autograph opening was fucking wicked.
It was. I mean, that was my first concert ever. We've talked about that on previous shows.
Yes, it was.
I do still remember looking at my friend, though, and I looked at him and I went, he sounds nothing like the tape.
And never did.
And never did. Nope.
But man, again, I'm 19. It's one of my first concerts. It wasn't my first concert, which was Van Halen, Fair Warning. As you know, I say it at every possible opportunity. You got Tommy Lee's kit going at 90 degrees. And back then, that was fucking cool. You got chicks whipping their tops off. You got pyro. I mean, at the time, man, it was mind-blowing to me. I just thought it was awesome.
They took Look How Drunk I Can Get and still get paid for it to the extreme. Like, they really did.
And high. Fucking Nikki Sixx was a mess. And you say, yeah, they lost some danger. I don't know. They were partying just as hard.
They were. But I mean, the look is what I meant. I mean, they never slowed down. Vince did probably for a couple weeks because he had to, right? But I mean, as much as they were saying, oh, no, we're not drinking, we're not doing whatever, they were all just as fucked up as they were fucking before, for sure.
I think that's the most fucked up they were right in that period.
There is some interviews from where Nikki Sixx, and you can tell he's just high as fuck, like he's not even there. Like,
oh, yeah, for sure there is. And speaking of that, you can go on YouTube and see bootleg footage of this tour in Montreal. It's watchable.
Speaking of, I pulled something else
There
up.
we go. I'm setting you up.
This is one of my favorite bootlegs that I have from them. It's called The Devil, and it's from Fresno, 1985. They play City Boy Blues at this show. They did not play it very much on the tour. Like, they definitely didn't play it when I saw them. And I don't think it was played that much at all. Like, maybe the first, leg, if that, and then dropped and gone. So that one's one of my favorite ones. It's a radio show, so it's cool.
It sounds all right.
It sounds great, yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's blast through some fun facts. You know all these, but maybe not everybody does. I got the album's working title was Entertainment or Death. It's part of a lyric in one of the songs. But anyway.
Yes, it is.
And you touched on this, but this was released right after Vince Neil's arrest for manslaughter on the drunk driving charge where he kills Hanoi Rocks drummer Nicholas Razzle Dingley. So, I mean, that's going on. And you got Nikki Sixx at the height of his heroin addiction. He's out of control. You got rumors going around that he didn't even play bass on this album.
Yeah, that's right.
They brought in a session guy, and at this point, they're seriously considering replacing Mick Mars. So it's fucking chaos right now. So they roll into the studio, January 85. It's amazing this album even came out, really. That's what I was thinking. Like, it's fucking full chaos going on.
Mick hates his guitar sound on this album. He's said it numerous times in interviews because they made him play this little Galen Kruger solid state head for most of it.
Okay.
And he was not a fan.
Well, you mentioned that. Let's talk about that. I don't like the production at all. It's so mid-rangey and flat. Like, do you like it?
No. First songs like Tonight We Need a Lover, like that's a heavier song. That would have sounded so much better, like you said, with a different production, like Bob Rock production. It would have fucking sounded huge. It would have sounded great.
I got a couple quotes for you, Jamie, about the production. So one of them's Tom Werman, who produced it. He wrote a book recently, and this kind of stuff's in it, where him and Nicky are going back and forth, and it's revisionist history, so who do you believe? Who knows? But Nicky says he didn't really know how to control us or to do what it is we needed to make the follow-up to Shout at the Devil. So Nicky, when he looks back, does not like it at all. And then Werman's come back to him as, isn't it curious how they say they love you while they're selling millions of records, which this did, but a couple of decades later, you didn't capture their sound. You didn't work hard enough. You didn't pay enough attention. You talked on the phone all the time. You partied too hard. And in fact, you're personally responsible for everything in their lives that they've failed to achieve. Which, I mean, come on. You imagine dealing with these fucking yahoos back then? I mean, I think I believe Tom Werman personally, but it still doesn't sound great. So,
well, you should know by now, musicians are all full of shit.
Yep. Totally. Well, yourself excluded, of course, you know.
No, we're all full of shit. The ones who tell you they're not, they're fucking lying to you.
Exactly. Okay, well, let's do it, man. Let's talk about the music. 10 tracks in total, clocking in at just over 35 minutes. So that's the huge for the 80s. Okay, let's go through them all and pick out our favorites, man. Let's blast through these. So, track number 1, you know, I like to throw the lyrics out there. Some on this album are terrible. Some are okay, but Nicky's not at the peak of his powers here. My tongue's talking riddles, but I just can't seem to find a clue. So I take a swig of whiskey and jump into the saddle with you. I just can't seem to break the shackles of the City Boy Blues. So this one's written by Nicky Sixx, Mick Mars, and Vince Neil. City Boy Blues. The lyrics are cool in this one, I think, which you can't say about all the tracks. I like the song. It's got some cool little time changes in it.
It's one of my favorites off of this album, for sure.
Me too. Mick's doing some cool shit on guitar.
Yeah.
It's a solid opener.
It's a good opener, for sure.
You dig it too?
I dig this song, yeah. If we were to pick top 3, this would be in my top 3.
Yeah, me too.
Chaos in the LA ramps in my snakeskin boots. Now my neighbors think I'm crazy and my girl thinks I'm losing my cool. And I just can't seem to break the shackles of the city boy blues. I got the city boy blues. I got the city boy blues.
My note was they didn't play this one live, but you're saying they did. So
They did.
that's cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Maybe this was the only show. I don't know.
It's possible, right? I could see how maybe it wouldn't go over live, but I do like the track for sure.
I like it too. I think it's a great song. I mean, if memory serves me correctly, the show here was they started with In the Beginning and then Into Looks the Kill instead of Shout at the Devil.
I think you're right.
Which I thought was cool as a kid. I was like, hey, that's kind of cool.
Right.
So,
Oh, man. I remember that show pretty good. Oh, it was awesome. Okay, track number 2 is the cover, Smokin' in the Boys' Room, cover of 1973's Brownsville. That's hard to say. Brownsville
you know, it's
Station.
funny. Because I have this sitting here, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go through. So the track listing is wrong on my album.
Oh, interesting.
Because it says Fight for Your Rights. And I'm like, that song's not number 2. And then as soon as you said,
Wrong.
and Home Sweet Home's not fucking number 3 either. So I don't need to look at this no more.
No. I mean, it's high school-y type of stuff. Sitting in the classroom thinking it's a drag. Listen to the teacher rap, just ate my bag. 2 bells ring, you know it's my cue. I'm going to meet the boys on floor number 2. We all know it, Smoking in the Boys' Room. I don't mind it, actually. I'm old enough to remember hearing the original one when I was a kid, listening to my Kiss albums. I remember hearing this on the radio. And I thought it was kind of a cool song. So when they did it, I didn't mind it.
I don't remember ever hearing it. The only
Right.
introduction to it to me was them. And I was like,
Eh.
Yeah. And I still am. I mean, it's not a great song to me. I don't understand why, even when I played in a Motley Crue tribute band, people would fucking ask for that song.
Oh, I bet.
I'm like,
yeah.
Really? That one? Like, fuck.
Well, one of my fun facts is in the summer of 85, it got to number 16 on Billboard. It was their first top 40 hit, Jamie. So that's why. And it was Vince Neil's idea to cover it, so you could hate on him.
Yeah, well, whatever. He's a millionaire and I'm a fucking guy sitting in a basement talking to you. So
Exactly. How dare you? And back in the day, he was one of my favorite frontmen. Yeah, he's not a great singer, but he has a cool, distinct voice, and he was great on stage.
Yeah, he totally was.
That's fucking half of it.
Like I said, he doesn't need to prove anything to anyone anymore.
Nope.
He's Vince Neil. That gives him enough fucking coolness right there.
He's getting in his Learjet while we're getting in our fucking CRV or whatever the fuck we're driving. It's also one of the first songs they played when they first got together. I read that somewhere.
There you go.
That's kind of cool. It's a pretty straightforward cover. They just heavy it up. And again, the video, here's my thing. Yeah, it's cheesy. Of course it is. It's cheesy and dumb. But anytime I could see these guys on TV, I just fucking loved it, man. I did. At the time, I thought it was awesome.
I did too. I mean, I would stay up for all hours of the evening just in case they were going to be on Good Rockin' Tonight or something, right?
Friday night videos. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Isn't it fucked how the internet took all that away from us? We can see anything we want to see at any time. It's not special. It's nothing.
It's good and bad. It takes the fun out of it for sure.
It does. And I think that's why I started liking buying albums again.
Yeah.
Because I get to look at all this stuff.
Taking out the hall, making sure the coast is clear. Looking at the stars now, there ain't nobody here. My buddy sits, Nick and Tom. To get caught will surely be the death of us all. Smoking in the boys' room. I was smoking in the boys' room. Now teacher, don't you feel me? Up with your rule. 'Cause everybody knows they're smoking it loud.
Do you remember that weird looking fucker from that Wes Craven movie?
Yeah.
Hills Have Eyes. He's in there. It's just like, what? I don't know. It's fun.
How many videos did they do for this? So they did that one and Home Sweet Home. That was it, wasn't it?
That's it for videos. That's
Yeah.
it.
And he's in both of them. So
Yeah. Yeah, and you said it. They played this on the tour, of course, because it was a hit. Okay, man. Number 3 is my personal favorite on the album. Louder Than Hell, written by Nikki Sixx. Gotta go play the role, screaming in horror just for the show. Got no reason, got no hope. Like it loud, some like it loud, louder than hell. I like the riff. It's got a heaviness to it that I like. I dig it, man.
it's originally called Hotter Than Hell.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was demoed for Shout at the Devil. The demo was actually they're singing Hotter Than Hell.
Well, you know why they changed it.
Of course, because somebody went, hey, you fucking retards.
How high are you? Yeah.
Was Gene Simmons suing people that early back then? I don't know.
Exactly. You want to get Gene on your ass? No. Yeah, one of my faves for sure. Yeah, heavy riff, heavy drums. It's fucking way too short though, Jamie. It's 2.5 minutes. I want another verse. Like, it leaves you wanting more. At least it does for me.
Totally. Me
Right?
too. And don't they even repeat one of the verses instead of just writing a whole new verse? Like, this is so fucking good. We have to say it twice. Like, I never understand that shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing in your life that's so important? You can't hum the same melody and make up different fucking words. Like, come on.
Oh, you're so right. The adjective to describe this album is lazy. It feels lazy, right?
That is lazy for sure. Like, come on.
Lazy and High. That's what the name of this album should have been. Oh my God. And this one was on the set. This was in the set list too.
It was, yeah.
And they played it in later tours too, which I thought was cool.
Yeah. If I remember right, didn't they play it on the Red, White, and Crüe tour? I'm pretty sure they brought it back for that tour as well for a while.
Yeah, Carnival of Sins.
Or maybe that was the one. One of those.
Yeah.
I know I remember seeing them play it again. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. They brought that back.
Well, fuck, that tour was awesome. They dusted off a lot of old ones because they did the 2 separate sets. Fuck, I love that show.
Got to go to play the role. Some women are to the show. Some men are read the heart, some men are hold. Some like it loud, we like
Okay, man, let's move on to track number 4. But if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Keep your eye on the money. Keep your eye on the dealer's hand. So it's Keep Your Eye on the Money. Again, a Nikki Sixx composition. He does a little, lyrically, a little self-reflection, I would call it. Some of that stuff like comedy and tragedy, entertainment or death. That's where that album title came from. Dancing on the Blade. I mean, he's singing about the excess that's been going on for the past couple of years. That's what it sounds like to me, right? I dig the verse. Heavy verse, but the chorus is weak. I find that's a theme on this album. The chorus has let me down.
This is definitely not one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
You know, it's right up there with Smokin' in the Boys Room for me. So.
I do like that breakdown before the solo. Do you know what I'm talking about? I do like that part. I find too that the guitar riff is pretty close to Louder Than Hell. Like, it's not super creative.
It's not, no.
No. I got good, not great. And they played this one as well.
Yeah.
So, for whatever that's worth.
Legends shall go home for you back. You've gone over the boats. It be the clock, the deck is stacked. Crowd looks on at home. Oh, if it wasn't for bad luck, I have no luck at all. So keep your eye on the money. Keep your eye on the dealer's hand.
Okay, we had to get to it. Track number 5, the power ballad. You know I'm a dreamer, but my heart's of gold. I had to run away high so I wouldn't come home low. Home Sweet Home. We all know it. Ad nauseum. Written by Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee. Their first power ballad. It's popular. Hardcores were not having it. And I know I didn't love it, but it didn't really bother me on any kind of visceral fuck this level. But what did you think? Did you like it at all? Or?
This is my all-time favorite Mick Mars guitar solo ever is on this song.
There you go.
And I mean, I don't love ballads by any means. It's whatever. It's okay. Take it or leave it. But his guitar solo is amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorite guitar solos ever.
I agree. It's a good one. And I just think Mick overall, he's underrated, man. He's the only guitar up there and he's wailing away. He gets dogged for no particular reason, I think. I like his tone. He writes memorable riffs. I don't see the problem.
No, he definitely didn't get as much credit as he deserves.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he deserves more credit than he ever got, for sure.
Totally.
He's just an all-around great guitar player. And if there was no Mick Mars, there'd be no Jamie Landry. So,
Hey, there you go. More importantly, it's about being a band on the road. It's got that vibe. I mean, I'm sick of it for sure, but it's a good song, man. It goes over live all the time. The video, of course, I loved it because it's just that, showing them live, and I hadn't seen them yet. I'm like, this is going to be amazing.
the intro is the part I love the most.
Right?
The phone's for you, Mr. Mars.
Yes.
I'm on my way.
That's how the show's starting, is that whole opening part, throwing that in there. And you got to think Jovi copied it with Wanted Dead or Alive. That's the whole vibe of that song. And I think that came out after this.
It did.
You know?
Just the We Need a Ballad, maybe? I don't know.
The ballad, and it's about being on the road and all that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, sort of, I guess.
Yeah. Am I reaching?
I don't know. I'm the wrong guy to ask because I like Bon Jovi and you don't. So
Well, that wasn't a slight. I just thought maybe they were influenced by it. Who fucking knows? My fun fact is this. The video topped the MTV Daily Request chart for over 3 months until MTV invoked the unwritten Crüe rule, dropping videos from the request line 30 days after the premiere. So that you could only be at the top for a month and then they automatically switch you because they would have just kept going. It's called the Crüe rule.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Home, sweet home. Tonight, I'm on my way. Just set me free. Home, sweet home. Home, sweet home. Home, sweet home.
Okay, Matt, track number 6. Really classy lyrics on this one. 90,000 screaming watts, honey dripping from her pot. Fill the cup to the top tonight. And my favorite line, it might be yours. slide down my knees and taste my sword.
I don't know what they're talking about. What is it?
What?
Explain it to me.
It's about gladiators? I don't know. It's called Tonight, We Need a Lover. It's Nikki Sixx and Vince Neil on this one. There are elements I like, Jamie. I like the riff. I dig the way it starts. I think the verses rock enough. But that chorus is so fucking boring to me. And super repetitive, even for them. You?
See, this is one of my favorite songs off of here.
Well, again, I like parts of it. The chorus kills me.
And the lyrics are fucking horrible, obviously.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid and listened to their shit, I wasn't really listening to him talk about his cock. I was more like,
sure.
I like the guitar riff and I like the music. And the melody line's kind of cool, you know. This one, to me, was like one of those where it's still kind of heavy, right? And that's why I liked this one, I think, a lot. It reminds me of, you know what, it's sort of in the Red Hot-ish territory for me.
Oh, okay.
Guitar-wise, not drums, none of that shit, just riff-wise. And I was like, well, this is as close to what I used to like as I'm going to get. So that's probably why I liked this song.
Hey, don't get me wrong, man. Like, Mick's solo is cool. It's the best part of the song, if you ask me. And I love that double time thing at the end they do. They rev it up.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's just the chorus kind of takes it down a couple notches for me.
Like you said, it's a fucking lazy chorus, but
it is.
How do you write about your dick and all of a sudden and then go, what are you going to fucking talk about next? Like,
that's what their world is, eh? They're dicks and drugs. That's pretty much everything. Okay, man, let's move on to track number 7. You better use it before you lose it. You better use it, don't throw it away. Of course, it's use it or lose it. The whole band chimed in on this one, songwriting-wise. This is in my top 3. I like this one. I like him at this pace. I think it rips. Great riffage. Tommy Lee's going off on this one. I dig it. And they played it live. You like this one?
No, this is one of the...
I'm not selling it? No.
No. Fuck no. I'm like, everything you just said about fucking the song before, and then you love this one? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's what makes it interesting. Tell me why you hate it, Jamie.
The lyrics are fucking super dumb in this one, and the chorus is even fucking worse.
Now you got me rethinking it. Use it or lose it. Musically, I like it, though. I like the pace. I like them fast.
The pace is great, and even some of the riffs are sort of cool, I guess, but I just think the lyrics in this one are fucking gay, and even 12-year-old me was like, skip.
All right, fair enough. Maybe we can both agree on number 8. Save our souls for the heavens, for a good life, so good it sure feels bad. Save our souls for the promised land. Save our souls, written by Nikki Sixx and Vince Neil. You got Nikki kind of touching on his heroin thing. It's been a hard road. Edge of an overdose is one of the lines. It's all right. Mid-paced rocker. Riff is pretty cool. Mick plays some slide on it. It's just not memorable for me at all.
For me, I just really like the guitar riffs in it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I even like the song at all.
Save our souls for the heavens. For life so good it sure feels bad. Save our souls for the heavens. Save our souls for the promised land. Save our souls.
Like you said, it's pretty mid-tempo. It's the danger for Theater of Pain, right?
Oh, good one. Okay, man, track number 9. Oh, man. I remember standing tall, say I'm going to be a rock and roll star when someone said, sit down, boy, you already are. So raise your hands to rock. This is Raise Your Hands to Rock, written by Nikki Sixx. This is fucking terrible. The chorus is terrible. It's like Twisted Sister light. Rock, rock. I don't know what else to say. This is phoned in. I hate this one. And you like it, don't you?
No. I don't love this one either, but I don't hate it. The only thing that I liked about it when I first heard it was the fact that it went from acoustic to heavy. So
right.
Some of the shit that I was listening to back then, like Rat Out of the Cellar. So I loved Back for More because it did that shit, right? And I thought, holy fuck, that's so cool. I mean, as much as I would love to tell you that made me love this song, it doesn't.
Well, you make a good point. Musically, there are some cool things, but once again, that chorus ruins it for me.
It's not a good one. Like you said, all of the choruses, like, and it almost like this whole album was just an afterthought. Like, fuck it, whatever. Let's just hurry up and put something out so we can go do drugs and fucking get drunk everywhere in the world again, right?
Totally. It's that rock thing. Oh, I mean, I like Twisted Sister, but I want to rock. I don't need to hear that ever. And that's what it reminds me of.
Sometimes you turn around and upside down. Sometimes maybe I drink too much, but man, my heart's still in touch. Hey, I remember standing tall saying, I'm gonna be a rock and roll star. But someone said, sit down, boy, you already are. Yeah. So raise your hands to rock. I raise your hands to rock.
All right, let's move on. Last but not least, written by Nikki Sixx and Mick Mars, it's Fight for Your Rights. So Nikki gets a little heavy on this one. Martin Luther brought the truth, the color of our blood's the same, so break the chains and solve the pains, and we all become one race. Fight for your rights. So he's getting a little deeper on this one lyrically. A decent riff off the top, big drums, I'm okay so far. Pre-chorus is cool. So far, so good. And then guess what happens, Jamie? That lame ass chorus fires up and oh my God, it's bad. Again, that repeating a word thing. It's that Twisted Sister thing again. Fight for your rights. I just can't do it. It's terrible.
You know, it'd be a funny video for you to stick into this is the riot incident from 1997 where he's fucking yelling at the security guard.
Oh, right. That's a good idea. Oh, man. Hey, man, on the positive, Mick's solo's ripping, I think. And there's a cool breakdown in there. This could have been a great song, but the chorus ruins it for me.
Martin Luther brought the truth, the color of our blood's the same. So break the chain and solve the pain, and we all become one race. Fight for your rights. Fight for your rights. Fight for your rights. Fight for your rights.
You know, I think the more you bring up the whole chorus thing, because that seems to be the theme of every song on here, right? To me, it just sounds like they're at that weird point in their career where they just were rushed, you know, plus all of them fucking being 20 some years old and having all this fucking money and anything you want, right?
Again, it's a tough time for the band. But man, they were riding such a wave. Everybody just, including me, just bought it. And I was way more forgiving back then than I am right now.
And that's exactly what I was just going to say. I mean, times are different now. Like, you can't put out 5 albums and have 3 of them suck and still tour, because as soon as you have one that suck now, you're dead in the water. And back then, yeah, I thought everything they did was fucking amazing. Like, they could have came out with a whole fart album and I would have been like, listen to this fucking thing, like, holy shit.
Right.
But now that I'm much older and I go back, do I listen to those things regularly? No, I can't.
Okay, man, I guess we've kind of done this, but any final thoughts on Motley Crue's Theater of Pain, Jamie?
It was way cooler when I was 12 than it is now, as we just learned. I mean, that being said, you know what? That shit makes you who you are. Yeah, there's probably a lot more skip going on if I just put on Theater of Pain in my truck. I would probably be skipping over a lot of it. But, like you said, and I said, at 12 years old, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, right?
Totally. And man, I have so much nostalgia for this album that I don't mind listening to it, but I just don't take it seriously at all. It's just nostalgia, really.
I think that's the difference, though, and where I'm starting to get with music again is, remember when music used to just fucking be about fun and everyone was on a high and fucking in a good mood?
Where's the fun factor? Yeah. Yeah, there's some good moments on it, just not enough to make it a great album. I want to close with this, Jamie. The opinions of the band members. I saw some quotes. So Vince has referred to it as his least favorite Motley Crue album. I wouldn't quite go that far. I think Generation Swine's worse.
Oh, that's where you're so wrong.
You love that album, don't you?
I do.
We should call this show The Contrarians.
Yeah. Did you say contrarians?
The Contrarians. Oh, you like it. Okay, we won't go down that rabbit hole yet. One day we will. Okay, we got Nikki referring to the album, and I quote, "a pile of rubbish. The whole fucking record, with a few moments of maybe brilliance." Rubbish to brilliance. All right. And Mick said the album was more polished than the band's previous releases, adding that the references to sex and violence were not so blatant.
They had to use words like honeypot instead.
Right, exactly. Yeah, had to go down the AC/DC road. Yeah, apart from a couple stronger tracks, it's a fun listen for just nostalgia's sake, like I was saying, and that's about it. Because I hadn't listened to most of this album in years.
And me either. I mean, I will go down a fucking rabbit hole, so to speak. Like, I had to learn some Motley Crue songs for the 80s metal tribute band that we were doing. And then I start playing that shit, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I wonder if I remember. And I'll just sit there for an hour going, hey, do I remember the riff to fucking Save Our Souls? You know, shit like that, right?
Right.
Just because I remember being 12 and 13, I was just starting to play guitar. And I would sit in my room for fucking hours trying to learn all these fucking riffs and shit, right? Even then, I'm like, this is fucking gay. Stop.
Just stop. I love the band, though. I really do.
I love them and I hate them, you know?
Right.
I think they've overstayed their welcome, to be honest with you. I really do. No Mick should have been the fucking end of it right there. I love John Five. He's a great guitar player, but he's not Motley Crue, dude. And all this fucking new music shit that they've been throwing at us is not good.
I agree with everything you just said. So let's go out on us agreeing.
All right.
Okay, that's a wrap. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks a lot for joining me, man. It was fun revisiting this one. I hadn't listened to it, like I said, in a long time, man.
Me either. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna, so.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate you taking the time to hang with Jamie and I. Let us know what you guys think of Theater of Pain in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts and memories, too. Of course, you can find us on all the socials, wherever podcasts are broadcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, kids. And until next time, on behalf of Jamie Landry and myself, keep rock alive, people. Peace out.
Elvis has left the building.